welcome back. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some stuff done today. Got a couple things on the list. Starting off with the road worker. And then moving on to the marketplace. So this slot will be done, and that one will be too. First, let's plan out a couple details, though. We're gonna have a building, a building right here. So the walkway is gonna be about this wide. Okay, so that's the center of the walkway. And these are the areas where we're gonna be building it. So I kind of want it offset a little bit. Thinking putting in an alleyway would be nice. So maybe if I just like throw it over here. Let's go ahead and check and see how that's gonna work. You got your walls. And if we do the other wall here, we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if we bring those walls over here, we have enough for a double chest there, a double chest there, some tool racks on the back, and some shelves above the chests. That's all well and good. But you know, I don't think we need that extra walkway. Let's bring it in maybe one more. That way we still have our storage, but then we have a little bit less of a blueprint for it. So I'm going to leave these edge markers here, and we are going to grab our supplies and be back. Okay, we got our building supplies. So let's go ahead and pull these up now. And yes, I will be basically using maple for quite a bit. I don't know why, but I can't talk this morning. So I think we really want this to be a shed appearance and look. So what I kind of want to do is just kind of make it too tall. And then from there we might go ahead and bridge it on over for the roof. It's going to be very similar in design to the prefect over here, but instead of it going up as tall as it is, it's going to go up, I want to say about this tall. But then the question is, how do you want to do that? And I forgot a block to build with. Lovely. Okay, I'll go grab a block real quick. Yeah, sure. That one. And I'll sleep through the night. Okay, and that's all taken care of. So we have a block we can go ahead and place. So we just place those, we pop that up. We repeat the same thing on this side. We listen to the airplane as it flies over. And I think that should be pretty decently good for this. So let's go grab some stuff for the walls, which should be a bit easier to do. You'd be amazed at how fast I go through these stacks. I mean, it's actually pretty insane. What I just grabbed may or may not last through a building. Okay, so let's get these walls up. We need it's 5, that's 7, and that's gonna be 9. And that won't be exact, but it'll get us pretty close, and we'll be able to find out exactly how many we need from there. Okay, that's gonna be 7, so we need 10 more lumber. That's gonna be right here. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that looks pretty decent. Now we need some chests. And the walls are in oak, so I think I'm gonna pick a different wood for that. Since it's like right next to it. You know, let's go with chestnut. Chestnut's a nice wood. Yeah, let's do that. And let's go ahead and make a maple roof. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. That looks nice. Then we need to get a rack up there. And then I'm thinking some shelves, like here and here. Let's see if I remember the recipe for that though. Was it... No, that wasn't it. You know, let's find out real quick. That's why. Okay, gotcha. Well, we're gonna want 4 of them, so we're gonna need 4 of those. Okay. And that's still openable. Good. So we need to come back and put in the floor. We need to put on the roof. We need to install a door. Let's actually go ahead and do that with some chestnut while we have it. Get ourselves a nice door going on here. And that will be the roadmender's shack. His house has already been built. It's been built right there. So, yeah. I'm just gonna, for the interest of time, come back when the roof is on there and we'll take another look. And then we'll move on to the next project, which is going to be a little bit more exciting. It's the marketplace. So, talk to you soon. Okay, and welcome back. The roadmender has finished his shop. He's actually started a bit of work. But we're gonna need him for a few different things other than just tearing up the old cobble and replacing it with nice bricks and patching up the little dirt patches. We'll need him for a bit more than that. And part of what we're gonna need him for, and the chisels are not staying here. That's gonna go to the mason. And yeah, part of what we're gonna need him for is laying the foundation for the market. Now, as far as what I'm gonna cover with what the market is. It's basically I'm gonna build one stall, because all the stalls are gonna more or less copy it. They're gonna have their own little flavors, like what different roofs they have, maybe what woods they are made of on the bottom. Probably not so much on that though. Yeah. But what I'm specifically gonna do is just lay out the marketplace for you, so you can do it yourself. And in order to do that, we need to find out how big the stall is going to be. So what I'm thinking is, you have a way to get into the stall. Maybe from, like, the back. Because that seems pretty narrow. Let's maybe enter here. Okay. So that's going to be the back. This is just a placeholder so we can kind of see it. This is where you're going to stand. Here's your countertop. Okay, we are going to have a chest over here. And places to put things to sell here. No, let's push that forward one. So I'll have a post here, a post here, a post here, and a post here. We'll have the chest right there and places to put things here. That sounds good. I like that. And I also like the too wide gap there. Then we can just outline the blueprint of each stall. How many can we get in here? We can get about 3. Not really sure I like that though. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna slide them down one. Yeah, that's a lot more even. Okay. So coming back over here and getting the same design, we're gonna have one there, one here, and one here. Except that wastes all that space. Not too keen on wasting space. So what if we left a gap here, and then we twisted it? Would we be almost... We almost have enough space to put one there. So I'm going to slide these back one this way. I know it limits it a little bit, but then I'm going to slide this way. We're going to throw another one over here. I'm going to make some different things off camera to like sleep through the night, so you guys don't have to watch that. And then we'll make a stall. We'll lay out the road work and get this done. So see you in a bit. Okay, welcome back. Those have been moved. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and dig some of the pathway for the market up. And most of this is going to get all paved up anyway. So I'm not too greatly worried about it. Yeah. Some of it won't be, but really it's going to be more of it being paved than not. And at this point we just simply need to determine how many stalls we have on this side. But in order for me to get more of my markers for me to do that, I need to come back with you guys and make some things to do that with. Okay, so we want these right here to be places where you can actually hold something. So those are going to have to be solid full blocks. We want... how are we going to do this? We want this slot right here to be the chest. So we're going to have to do that. Okay, which means that we're going to have to mirror it on this side. So that can basically do it. No, that's the wrong spot, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Because that's where that chest is going to be. So then we are going to put those there. Those are going to be there. Okay, so this is going to create the wall on this side. This is going to create the wall on this side. That right there is going to be slabbed from the bottom to create our countertop. How do we want to do this? Because that's the front. Need something for the top. Need something for the edge too. I might just do this one with planks instead of slabbing. Yeah, I think so. We'll need that, and if that's gonna have the post, and that has to be that piece. But that's supposed to have a post too, isn't it? You know, it's really hard to envision this. Let me just go ahead and grab the chisel so that we can start working on this. With the ones that we know for a fact we want. So I know for a fact that I want these to be slabbed down to that. Okay. That might work better as individual planks. And I'm not too worried about how many we're making here, because it's gonna get used. So let's envision this with the planks. Okay, it's not horrible. Then if what we do is put the chest here instead. Okay. So far so good. Just throw a little piece right there. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna want these slabbed, so let's go ahead and slap those on down. Now I'm second guessing where I want that. So let's go ahead and maybe do the same thing with this as we did with the other. Okay, so that's gonna need to be slapped on this side actually. So that's gonna be an intricate piece right there, because that one's gonna come up here. Let's just grab a few more of these. Okay, and then let's finish the top for that. This one's also going to be intricate. No, that's the wrong piece. Bloody hell. Seriously? No. I will get this right. Okay, so then let's go ahead and work on these. And that should still be placeable. Just to find out. Yes, it is. Okay, good. Though the colors do look off, don't they? Yeah, they do. That's gonna bug me. even those are placed. And they're still off. Are they off on the actual texture? No, they aren't. That is gonna... Oh boy, wow. Let's just see if it's off on this one too. You know, let's see if we can fix this. Because I want this to work pretty decently. But it's just not playing nicely. Yeah, it is not playing nicely. Wow. Well, what if we just use lumber instead? Still gonna have the same problem? Yeah, because we used lumber on this side. Okay, so it's not really gonna affect anything if we use lumber or not. It's just gonna be weird, I guess. So I'm just gonna finish this up and then we are going to show you the finished product. And then I'm going to basically just work on the rest of it and show you the finished marketplace. So far this doesn't look too bad. Yeah, I don't think that looks too bad. And we'll put the chest here. Put some post on top. And then put a roof or little topper on it. I have to look and see what options I have for that as well. Okay, so I'm gonna go sleep off the night and I will be back with you guys in the morrow. Okay, and welcome back. Quick updates on this. I made a few more stalls over here. Got a total of 3 of them done so far. I installed the chests where they should be throughout the entire marketplace. So if they want to sit on the ground and trade, they still can. While I'm working on building up these stalls. They will have floors, and the paths behind them will be paved as well. Obviously, you'll have a wider path for going in front of them. I've installed some posts here, like I said I was going to do. And some roofs. Now, sadly, I would like some cloth roofs, but, yeah, until we can get that happening, I'm going to have to settle for this. So, if I was using a mod like Chisels and Bits, it would be a lot easier to make a cloth multicolored roof for this, but I'm not. So I have to kind of work with what I'm going with. So I'm going to use every single type of wood except for what I made the stalls with. And since I made the stalls out of maple, well, it's going to have to not be maple. So we got a chestnut one over here. We got a oak one over here. I held off on doing this one so that you guys could see what was going on. So we want it to be roughly about 3 thick on the posts. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That brings it down to half. One more, that brings it down to 3. We're going to make the same thing happen on the rest of these. Just level them all down to 3. Okay, there we go, all leveled down. Now from here you have a few different options. You can either slant it And that's take one off of here and then two off of here. And then you go on the bottom and take one off the bottom of this row. Or you can kind of do this kind of dipping design, which I'm kind of a fan of right now. It might not be my favorite always, but it gives this really interesting intricacy. And if I squint my eyes a bit, maybe I can imagine it being cloth, but it is wood, so take it or leave it. So what we're gonna do to make that design, since I'm pretty sure you guys know how to make regular slab roofs, is we're just gonna take these that are not on the posts down by one. Then we're gonna take the center and sag it one more layer, even more. Now we no longer need access to the roof. Now we're gonna come over here and make all areas of the roof one thick. Except for where the posts are. Okay, so we slabbed those up, and we don't need to slab the ones in the middle at all, because that's already one thick. We started with 3, and then we slabbed it down 2 from the top. And there we go. That's the roof. So I'm going to do this for all the different stalls. I'm going to finish making the stalls. Have my road worker go around the city, tearing up some of this cobblestone, replacing it with bricks, filling in the dirt areas with the bricks. And we will see you guys next episode when we make the mason to fill in this slot right here. Yeah, I'm going to have to move those. I will eventually find a permanent place to have these. Oh, that is a gorgeous color. Until then, talk to you later.